Yeah, here we go. I'm TJ Quake, the ghetto gamer on this.
Yeah, let's do this. TJ Quake, the ghetto gamer.
Yeah. Here we go. Yeah. I'm TJ Quake, the ghetto gamer on this gaming thing. Gonna bang 'em up, gonna shoot 'em up, right here on the gaming string. Bang, bang, blaze 'em on up. TJ Quake, we bust 'em like 1, 2, 3, here we go.
The mic is on this time, ladies and gentlemen. What's crack-a-lackin'? What is happening, ladies and gentlemen? This is TJ Quake, your Ghetto Gamer, clicking right back at you again with another crazy flavor for your entertainment pleasure. That's right. We are coming at you with TJ Quake's Pop Culture Talk. And as you guys can see up above there, that's Pop Culture Talk. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, Happy New Year's to you once again. This is 2022, and we are always coming at you with some groovy stuff. Did I say groovy? Like I'm back in the 60s? Yes, I did, because I sometimes wish we could go back. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we are now in 2022, and things somewhat are starting to kind of move in the right direction. Yes, little bit by little bit. We're starting to see some cool stuff happening. I just brought to you that last video of the ASU heifers. Yeah, those two females, the racist females that were, talking all that smack on the two white college male college students there at the multicultural center there. And yes, good news. They are finally getting a little reprimanded, a little slap on the hand, really. They got to write some big 3-page deal about how they should be able to react to people in a pleasant way. Unfortunately, these girls will never get it because they're still complaining about now being reprimanded. Oh yeah, they're complaining about it. We are being discriminated against by ASU. No, they're being actually cool with you, dumb effers and everything. They gave you a freaking warning. Don't do it again, and you have to write a 3-page essay. Big deal. That's what you guys are supposed to be in school to do anyway, right? But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, they're getting their little reprimandation, and everybody knows it now. Everybody sees that these heifers are just some evil witches. Okay, I'll just put it there, and so forth. Shout out to Rachel. She's a new subscriber up there. She was up there talking about this earlier too, and I understand your pain, Rachel. I get where you're coming from. Why can't people? Why is it that people like this think they can just get away with this stuff? This is kind of what Rachel was coming at in the down below when she was kind of talking about this. She wanted to. She can't understand it. Was why do people got to be this way? And I totally get what you're saying. You know what it is, Rachel? What it is that these people are nothing but workers of Satan. Let's just be real about it, ladies and gentlemen. That's what they are. Workers of Satan. And as long as we have evil in this world, that's what we're going to be getting. It's completely the reverse side of racism now. Black people and some of these liberals and Democrats out there, they all think that, because black people went through some craziness like 200 years ago, and so forth, and back in the 60s and so forth, that now it's okay. It's time for the white people to go through it, and it's their turn to get jacked up. When, ladies and gentlemen, two rights don't make or two wrongs don't make a right. You know what I mean? And I used to be like that. I used to think like that too. I used to have condemnation for certain white people out there and wanted them to wish them to go through the same thing we went through back in the day when I was kind of like a democratic thinking mind in some way. I was never really democratic. Deep down in heart, I was always a conservative, but because, family and stuff like that, in that kind of a household, you just go with the democratic flow, like most of us do. I woke up to that craziness during Obama's last term. Yeah. That's when I woke up. I smelled what was going on. I took that red pill and whoa! I woke up out of the matrix. So unfortunately, we still got a lot of people that are still in the matrix there, and they need to be red pilled. And that's what my job is to, with some of the stuff that I do on TJ Quake's Ghetto Gaming Pop Culture Talk, is I want to red pill you guys. but I do it in my own way. I do it in my own kind of crazy, entertaining way. Yes, people, I'm crazy and wild. You always wondering why is TJ wearing these glasses? Because, that's just my flavor, y'all, and everything. Today, I don't got my white ones, though. Unfortunately, these ones here kind of broke. And I got to have my white glasses because, that's just the thing. So I got to get me a new pair and everything. Because I'm not really with these ones here. Stop me. Stop me, man. But anyway, we got more good news, though. We still got more news, okay? Yes, the ASAU girls, they're gonna deal with God. Let's just put it that way. Karma does come back around on you, and they will get their just due. They're already getting a little taste of it, and they're already boo-hooing about it. I don't understand why they're doing this to us. We didn't do anything wrong. They were the racist ones, blah, 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 blah. And ASU is being a freaking racist towards us and being discriminated against us. Whatever, witches. No, you guys know the real deal. You ain't fooling nobody and everything. You ain't fooling nobody. Okay? So y'all need to just get that real. Everybody knows what you guys are. Your cover is blown. You guys are not the little innocent victims. Everybody sees you guys as the freaking wolf in sheep's clothing. So let's just be real about that. But now we're going to talk about another wonderful thing that maybe even be able to top that ASU thing. That's right. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah. Y'all want to hear that, right? Y'all want to hear that, right? Yes. Okay, well, then let's get on to it. Joy Reid. Right here. Right here. Let's go over to Joy Reid. Joy Reid, where you at, girl? Ah, there she is. Joy Reid's MSNBC show will be canceled soon, according to a source. And ladies and gentlemen, this ain't any old source. This is a source within the department of MSNBC. They're making changes, ladies and gentlemen, and they're seeing the behavior of this freaking evil, raunchy, stanky, nasty. I want to say a bunch of other stuff, but then people start tripping. But yeah, this heifer right here, this old ugly looking thing. I don't know if it's just me, you guys. Does Joy Reid look like a man to you? Because she looked like a man to me, dude. I thought she was a man. So at one time I actually thought she was trans. But it turns out that I guess she actually is a real woman. Biologically speaking. So, ugliest woman I've ever seen, dude. And her inner thoughts make her even uglier. Because normally it's what's really inside that makes you really ugly, not the outside appearance and so forth. But she already had not such a great, start from the outside look that her inner sides decided to say, hey, let's make her look grislier. Let's make her look grislier. And that's what she is. She's an evil, racist witch is what she is. And she's going to be about to get her just due. And she's about to lose her daggum show. Kudos! Can I get a cheer for that? Yes, let's cheer for that. Yay! Oh, an applause. Whatever. So, here we go. We got the following round of reshuffling at MSNBC. Host Joy Reid is reportedly facing prospect of losing her show this spring, electing a barrage of social media reactions. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to let you guys know what those social media reactions are, because a lot of them's coming in just due for this witch. People can't stand her. People can't stand her. Her ratings have just plummeted. She ain't got no good ratings, peoples. She's up there with Don Lemon and Chris Cuomo, who's another one that just got out. Yay! That happened back there in 2021. Yeah, we saw Chris Cuomo. Well, it looks like they're all falling off the mountain, you ladies and gentlemen. They're dropping like flies. She's going to be the latest one. They're getting rid of her behind because they're realizing that this witch has got nothing but stupidity to their freaking network. And their network's already stupid anyway. They're the ones that pushed her to do this dumb mess in the first place because they're a bunch of leftist liberals who all hate this country. And let's just be real, you guys. That's what it is, and so forth. But before I go further in reading this stuff again, once again, this is TJ Quake, your ghetto gamer at Pop Culture Talk. We also have the TJ and MJ Spin Yo Dollar, Save Yo Dollar movie reviews. That's right. And you guys can check that shit out on our podcast because I do podcasts as well. This show is actually being podcasted, as you know, on Spreaker.com. That's right, Spreaker.com. Or you can get it on Spotify or any of your guys' other, podcasting apps that you may have out there. More than likely, we're on there. Just look for TJ and MJ Spin Your Dollar. You'll find it. and so forth, or you can Google it, or you can go to our website, wix.ghettogalactic.com. That's right. You can check it out right there. I'll put those links down below. So, let's get back to this crazy witch. So anyway, Reid was dubbed a racist after comparing Kyle Rittenhouse white male tears, and they always want to say white male tears or white cis male. Well, when did men have to be cis males? Oh, that's right, because now once the LGBT came along and everything, and now they're bombarding everybody with their way of life. You know, they couldn't just be cool. And when we decided to say cool, we're cool with you people. Do your thing, do you, boo, right? No, they want to still keep it moving forward. No, we want to keep moving it. We want to come towards your kids now. Oh, which is what they're doing in schools. But we'll get to that later. So white male tears to Brett Kavanaugh, according to Meow. We also covered how the anchor sparked outrage by saying that people on the right would trade their tax cuts for the freedom to use racial slurs openly. Really? Racial slurs openly. So we'll trade our tax cuts in. I'm going to trade my money in so that I can do some racial slurs? No, that's you, Joy. That's you and Don Lemonhead and Chris Cuomo and all the rest of you leftist anchors out there who hate Trump and hate on us conservatives. That's what that is. Y'all hate the MAGA movement that's growing and growing and growing and exploding upon you. Yes. That's what you guys can't stand. So you guys got to come on up with stupid stuff like calling Kyle Rittenhouse a daggum racist. Oh yeah, she was on there calling him, oh look at this, he's whining and crying, look at them fake tears on there. No, those are real tears, Joy, because he's in a real situation, unlike your stupid ass and so forth. He's in a situation where he's actually having to fend for his life. Yeah. Because he tried to protect some businesses and some flipnicks wanted to beat him up because he freaking put out a fire in a trash can. Oh, he's a racist. Look at him over there trying to pull out the fire in the trash can. Yeah, that's what Joy Reid was up there talking about, bullshit like that and so forth. The 53-year-old was also trolled recently. She was also trolled recently for claiming that Elon Musk, the billionaire, had culturally appropriated his Karen insult against Democratic Senator Elizabeth Warren. No, he was just coming back. So the problem with these guys is they like to slap you, ladies and gentlemen, but heaven forbid if you slap them back. See what I'm saying? That is how the left is. Anybody want to get the clue and the idea of how these people think? All you have to do is get into a semi-debate with them. They will either start doing this, KKK, no racist, USA, and scream over you all day long, or they'll come out with stupid remarks like AOC always does. You notice AOC never debates anybody, ladies and gentlemen? That witch never debates nobody. Find one debate with this woman, because every time I even say Candace Owens owns AOC, so-and-so owns AOC, Ted Cruz owns AOC, but it's really them saying something back at AOC for her little dumb comments. It's never a face-to-face, because AOC refuses to debate anybody. She refused to debate, what's my boy from the Daily Wire and everything. She refused. She actually tried to say that he's using feminist or misogynist talk, and she's not gonna debate a misogynist and so forth. I'm like, what? Okay, whatever. But that's how they are. Joy Reid's the same way. This woman will never get down and really debate anybody. She'll step behind her little green screen behind her and so forth on her little show and talk all kinds of yin yang. Let's listen to some of the stuff that she likes to say. Bullshit that she comes up with. This is a January 6th deal that she wanted to bring this whole thing up about Donald Trump and the insurrection. That they supposedly try to act like Donald Trump pushed his followers to go and do. He told them to go and do this. And wait till you see the stupidness that they show right here on what they think Donald Trump. What they underline everything with yellow marker. So you'll see with this. And tell me, you guys, when you see this stuff, tell me if this means go out there and destroy the Capitol building and raid it. Let's see if that's what that means.
Capitol insurrection anniversary. 1 year ago tonight, all the pieces were in place for Donald Trump to attempt something that has never been done in this country. For weeks, after 81 million Americans declined to re-elect him, Trump had been calling on his supporters to descend on Washington, promising it will be wild. And on January 5th, he praised the thousands pouring into D.C. and clogging up all the hotels and Airbnbs, saying Washington is being inundated with people who don't want to see an election victory.
Guys, let's just go back to this first little stupid point that she tried to make. This first little tweet that they got up on here that they're saying when the Donald Trump stream. So you know it's in yellow highlight. They go thousands of people pouring into D.C. Okay, that's because thousands of people were pouring into D.C. Why? Because they were doing a protest and they wanted to see Donald Trump. He was doing a rally. Actually, it wasn't really even his rally. He was just going there because there was going to be a big, thing on the election that we're not allowed to say was, we'll just say, was taken from him and everything. Oh yeah, no, they don't want to talk about that. They want to keep trying to say this is legitimate. Really? Biden? Legitimate. It's funny how Biden can't get like 10 people to come to a rally and everything. Donald gets thousands upon thousands. This guy, they try to say, beat out Obama's numbers for voting. Really? You guys believe that shit? Oh, crumbled bag of bones Biden? I don't think so. So they try to say, thousands of people poured into D.C. What's this other one? Wait. Let's go. Oops, hold up. Let's go back to that. Because we didn't want to do that. Let's say, wait, hold up. Go back to that again.
Washington is being inundated.
Inundated. So here we go. This one right here. Be there, be wild. Ladies and gentlemen, what does that mean to you? Does that mean go there and destroy the Capitol building? Does it say, oh no, be there, be wild? That must mean let's go and do an insurrection. Really? Okay, people, but this is how the media does things. They want to twist words around to make it seem like what they say is the truth. These people are the most incompetent, most lying pieces of crap on the planet. The media truly is what Donald Trump said. They are the enemy of the people. And they're the ones that start all this craziness. You know what I'm saying? They're the ones that are for these riots and for all this bullshit. These people are such untrustworthy pieces of dirt. You know what I'm saying? January 6th, see you in D.C. I'll see you in D.C. That means, you know what I mean, we're going to go do some stuff. No, it just means what it means, Joy. Hey, January 6th, I'll see you guys there. That's what it means. But these people want to always flip the script around and make y'all think that it means something else. You notice how she's making the definition of what these things are. She's telling you what the definition is. Let's hear more of her stupidity.
Logging up all the hotels and Airbnbs, saying Washington is being inundated with people who don't want to see an election victory stolen. Our country has had enough. They won't take it anymore. We hear you and love you from the Oval Office. Trump also put a target squarely on Mike Pence's back, falsely claiming that his vice president had the power to reject fraudulently chosen electors.
Okay. Everything. So again, here she is trying to inject her own opinion into something that's not really what's going on. Yes, all of us didn't have were pretty upset with Pence because Pence turned his back on us in the last moment and everything. This, when Pence decided to go along with this craziness that we all knew there was something going on with the Dominion system, those electronic devices that everybody got to vote on. And all of a sudden we start finding out all this craziness about hacking and all this stuff like that. All these mail-in votes, all this craziness that they always want to shut us up about because they don't want anybody thinking that this was a fraudulent election and so forth, that it could have possibly been stolen and so forth. So he mentions, I hope Vice President, Pence got our back. He said that in the thing. The Vice President has the power to reject fraudulently chosen electors. What's wrong with saying that? The Vice President has the power to reject fraudulently chosen electors. In other words, if Pence was on the side of, and who he was up there saying, he was thinking the same thing, and when because he's the deciding vote on whether this shit goes back to the actual states and everything, to where they will be re-voted on again and have to go through a little bit more of a process of investigation on what we think was all of a sudden all these mail-in ballots came in overnight, out of nowhere. Everybody wants to sleep. Donald Trump's winning. Boom! When we wake up, Biden's winning by thousands. And you're going, what? Hundreds of thousands of votes. Where the fuck all this come from? So all we were trying to do is get a decent investigation because we smelled something foul in the water and so forth. And so that's what he was talking about. He's saying, I hope, our vice president will go ahead and reject these fraudulent chosen electors and so forth. We don't want that. No, they want to turn it into, Donald Trump is trying to take over. He's trying to do a coup. Like, whatever. So I'm tired of listening to this witch right here on this part here. Then Tucker Carlson, he likes to come in with a couple things of his own, too, about this witch and so forth. He's got a couple things to say about her. Let's see what he's got to say about this heifer on some of the stupid stuff that she was doing during the whole immigration debate crap and so forth. And watch how this woman's going to react to some stuff that she said, and now she's trying to be like, oh, I was hacked. Okay, let's see. Let's find out. Let's go over here. Let's go here.
But there's absolutely no doubt about the sincerity of what came next. Here's Joy Reid's response. She wasn't joking at all. Watch.
Tucker's been one of the most sort of aggressive at putting forward what a lot of people have seen as a pretty blatantly white nationalist view of what immigration should be like.
So Joy Reid is accusing us of racism.
Joy Reid, always trying to accuse people of racism and calling them a white nationalist and all this stuff. Oh, that's ever comes out her freaking mouth. Oh, you're a white racist. Oh, you're a white cis male. Oh, you're this white. And so forth. Hey, Joy Reid, the same people that hired you are white people. The same people that are about to get rid of you are white people. How you like that one, you stupid heifer? So she's always talking smack, dude. Always. This woman's got nothing but evil in her heart for other races. I'm surprised the woman even lives around or works around white people. I'm surprised these people that always say they hate this country still are here. You guys know how I think about that. I always say the same craziness. Why don't you freaking leave? Leave. Nobody's stopping you. You don't have to stay in this white racist country that's so horrible. You don't have to stay here. You guys can just move on. I would, if that's the way I actually really thought that the police were going to kill me every time I walked out the door, I would be gone. I'm not going to stick around that. You guys still stay. Why are you staying? You think somebody's going to freaking all of a sudden, make this all better? No, that's not, things are going to get better. It never gets better with you guys because it's always going to be the same thing because you guys need this to freaking keep your ratings going so people can still always feel like they're victims. And so you guys can get more people to vote for the Democratic Party that feel like they're victims all the time. That's the reason why all these people do all this shit, people. That's what it's all about. It's about power. It's about freaking keeping their power so that they can rule you like they're doing with this stupid mandate crap with the whole virus craziness. Nobody's denying that there's a virus out there that jacks people up. But at the same time, people are learning to live with it and they can move on with their lives. But no, these flipnicks here, they want to keep it going. Oh, no. We need to lock you down in your house. Oh, you're not going to freaking take a shot? Or we're going to make sure you can't go to a restaurant anymore or to a movie theater. We're going to make sure you don't get to live your life. Matter of fact, we're going to take your job away from you too. How about that? Good old Joe Biden, the guy that's supposed to be uniting all of us, is actually making sure that you lose your job because you don't do what old bag of bones tells you to do. Yeah, that's what this is all about, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it's always been about. If you look at history, you look at the history of time, dictators are these type of people. These are your dictators. This is the reason why they do what they do. The people that follow along with it think that they're going to get pulled up to the top with these idiots. They're not. You guys are always going to be subservient to them. You're always going to be motherfucking idiot peasants. That's what they think of us. We're peasants beneath them. How dare you? You know, so this is how this goes, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see, what else does Tucker say about this stupid F-up?
Let's pause for a moment and savor the irony of that. Reid's entire public career has been built on race baiting. Try to watch her show for 20 minutes and see for yourself. This is the woman who urged the Democratic Party to give up on white voters who voted for Obama and then Trump, saying their votes weren't worth fighting for. That was last August. In October, she suggested that White House Chief of Staff John Kelly was somehow a bigot because he grew up around Irish Catholics. After House Majority Whip Steve Scalise was shot and nearly killed by a progressive activist last summer, Reid openly wondered if we should hope for his recovery. Watch.
It's a delicate thing because, you know, obviously everybody is wishing the congressman well and hoping that he recovers. But Steve Scalise has a history that we've all been forced to sort of ignore on race. He did come to leadership after some controversy over attending a white nationalist event, which he says he didn't know what it was. He also co-sponsored a bill to amend the Constitution to define marriages between a man and a woman. Because he is in jeopardy and everyone is pulling for him, are we required in a moral sense to put that aside at the moment?
Yeah. So Tucker, pretty much, he had a show outlining how divisive this woman is, how hateful she is, how this is how a lot of leftists think of white people and everything. I'm literally getting sick of it. I'm sick and tired of the opposite side of racism now. Now we're going to do it to the white people now. It's okay if it's a white male. You know, I'm going to do a video too talking about white women who like to get up there and freaking degrade their the white man. They call them white male cis white males. They call white women cis white males. You want to know why they had to come up with this cis thing, whatever the cis is supposed to mean? Because now we have to make room for the trans woman, the trans man, and everything. Men that want to be women and women that want to be men. Well, we got to make a place for them. And so theirs is kind of being pushed up to be almost like as if they're the real women and so forth. And a woman like my wife, who actually bore 2 children and everything, you know, because she's a woman, you know, they want to make her look like she's beneath what a trans woman is. In other words, here's the trans woman, here's the real woman. These are, the real woman, I get it, but these are really the women now. This is why they're letting them in the women's sports and so forth, and they're dominating all the women's sports, because they're men. Hello? And then this stupid head up here talking about she mad at Steve Scalise because he wants to, you know, think about a man and a woman being married, because that's the way it should be. That's the way God intended it to be, peoples. Read your Bibles. That's all you have to do if you're Christians. If you're not a Christian, then I understand why you would think like she does and so forth. You know, but this is what Tucker's outlining about this racist witch, which again brings back the joy of this woman losing her show. So after a remark about race lady Joy Reid calls Tucker Carlson Tuckums, she calls him Tuckums now because she's mad at Tucker. You know, they've been kind of going back and forth, ladies and gentlemen. Let me bring that back up here to you and so forth. So yeah, you know, after a remark about a race lady, which Joy Reid calls Tucker Carlson Tuckums, Joy Reid compares the Texas Republican Party to the Taliban. Okay, you guys? Now we're the Taliban. Republican Party to the Taliban for threatening women with bounties over the state's abortion law and everything. First of all, from what I understand, you leftists love the Taliban. Why? You guys are the first ones that will want these people to come into our country. Oh, you're being racist if you don't let one of the Taliban people come in there just because they're from the Middle East. Yeah, racist. She'd be in the next block. She'd be talking about how it'd be racist if we said the Taliban wanted to come here and we weren't letting them in because of the very thing she's saying right now, which is that the Taliban threatens women and so forth. But now she wants to consider that the Republicans, the Texas Republicans, because they put in a law about maybe, I don't know, a heartbeat identifies a real human life. And when you hear that, we can't kill it. That's all we're saying, Joy. We don't want to kill innocent life. You do. That's your problem. But nope, because they don't want to kill little babies, they're racist. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all they ever use. Have you ever noticed that every single thing? Think about it, people. Even you people out there that are hating what I'm saying right now, watch how every single incident that happens, they're going to use race involved in it. Like they did with Kyle Rittenhouse. Kyle Rittenhouse didn't shoot three black people. He shot 3 white boys. One of them looked like a skinhead. A Nazi skinhead who was saying the N-word. Nobody wants to think about that because nobody ever researches for themselves. Nobody actually really watched any of these videos on the freaking media side. These motherfuckers act like they're oblivious to what really actually happened. It's crazy to me, people. So, a source at Comcast that owns the network, basically, a source at Comcast, of which NBC Universal is a subsidiary, claimed that the readout would be canceled in the spring, according to a tweet by former media manager editor John Nicosia, I think. Source at Comcast. Joy Reid will lose. Will lose her 7 p.m. show in the next round of MSNBC reshuffling. She will not have a show come mid-spring. The decision has been made. The only thing left is messaging on the move, which will be ratings. Nicosia tweeted on Thursday, January 6th. Everything. January 6th, get it? The day she was up there talking all that shit on Donald Trump again. Yeah. January 6th. Oh my gosh, our democracy. All of a sudden they care about democracy when all these buildings and people livelihood was being burnt down by all these freaking supposable peaceful protests. While fires are burning behind the freaking media guy saying it's mostly peaceful. These people are freaking crazy, people. I'm telling you guys. They want you to not believe your own eyes. Literally. You'll see something happening. They'll tell you something completely different and say, oh, that's not what's really happening. This is what's really happening. It's really peaceful. But I see people being hit with bike locks and I'm seeing buildings being broken into. There's people are breaking into all these stores in upper northern California, San Francisco. They're stealing Louis Vuitton bags and all this other stuff. Oh, don't look at that. That's not really what's happening. It's just because, of prior administrations like Donald Trump who really got people riled up, and they well, you know what it is we're just going to make sure that they don't go to jail because they only stole maybe less than $1,000 worth of goods. They shouldn't go to jail for that. That's not right. That's inhumane. Yeah, awkward. Okay, so here's John right here. Source at Comcast, Joy Reid will lose her thing. He tweeted that out right there. You got him over here saying, as was the case with Chris Cuomo at CNN, y'all remember what happened to him. Reid has allies at Comcast. However, she is now viewed as unmanageable. Look at that. She's unmanageable, ladies and gentlemen. Her network is saying she's unmanageable. I wonder why. By many. Also similar to Cuomo, it appears those allies have found out she has been less than truthful about past incidents. Yeah, well, what do you know? Also like Cuomo at CNN, watch for MSNBC's Comcast to defend her right until the announcement. So they're going to defend her. They're going to be Joy Reid is seeing this, and don't worry, Joy Reid's not going anywhere. Joy Reid, she's been a great thing. Oh, wait, it's time to say she's out? Ladies and gentlemen, Joy Reid, sorry, this just in. Joy Reid is now officially out. There has been truthful things about her, and I even ran into some things with her. Oh, it's pretty horrendous. Yeah, they're lapdogs, ladies and gentlemen. They're gonna do what they're told and everything. Joy Reid is only doing what she's told to do. She's told to be a racist, so she wants to be a racist for that ching ching and everything. Not to mention that she's already racist. They hire racist people. They hire people that think like her. You know what I'm saying? The real racism, ladies and gentlemen, isn't on the right. It's on the left, where it always has been and is never left. If you guys know anything about history, you will know that. Check your history books. Look what the left was. The Dixiecrats. All those crazy flipnicks. Jim Crow laws, that's all Democrats, ladies and gentlemen. Slavery, Democrats. All that shit is Democrats. The Democrats are just trying to deflect and put that on the Republicans. And you guys are all stupid enough to believe it. because you guys don't look at history. I'm telling you to look at your history books. Look at history. Don't just believe what these fools tell you on the media and so forth. Research it. Don't believe what I'm saying to you. Research what TJ's saying. You know what, TJ? I kind of found that a little false. Yeah, that's not right. And so forth. Because when we said here, if we're read back here and I look back at this time here, yeah, you know, I'll say, okay, cool, you got me, dog. I ain't got no pride in the shiz. I just know from what I know because I'm real. And I know the real deal. I'm a black person who knows what racism is like and so forth. My mom faced that kind of shiz real back in the day. Black people today aren't facing the craziness that black people faced back in the 60s, the 70s, and further back. They're not facing that and everything, ladies and gentlemen. This is all a bunch of lies they're telling you and so forth. Don't get me wrong. There is racist people out there, but very few people. They're the minority of the minority and everything. The KKK sitting in a basement somewhere, and they're sitting there going like this. When's the race war going to start? I can't wait. This is great. They don't have to do anything anymore. They're going to let all the black people start this race war and so forth. And all the freaking leftist Democratic flipnecks out there, they're going to let them keep putting this poison in our children's heads, and then we're going to end up going like this. King, 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 king. That's what's getting ready to happen, ladies and gentlemen. You talk about that civil war that everybody keeps talking about? Yeah, that might likely happen and everything. Although I do feel sorry for the Democrats on the other end, because they're not going to be the ones that are like this, click, click, click. No, that's these conservatives who've been doing this and been preparing for this for decades. Think about that one, ladies and gentlemen. You know, what is Greg Gutfeld said? He says, shit, there goes a third of my material. First Chris Cuomo, now Joy Reid. If I lose Don Lemon, I may have to report to an actual story. A report on actual stories. That is funny. Gutfeld, if you guys don't know about Gutfeld, you guys got to watch Gutfeld, dude. That fool is funny on Fox. He's got his own show, the Gutfeld Show or whatever. But yeah, dude, people are coming back and forth talking about all kinds of stuff. You know, about Joy Reid, you know. Here's Brian Stelter. You all know who that guy is. Hi, I'm Brian Stelter. There's a tweet making the rounds about Joy Reid claiming she's on the way out of MSNBC. It was brought up on Hannity because that show has no standards, and MSNBC rep is wasting no time and pushing back. It's bogus. See, these are the people coming out to her defense, like they said. There are going to be people who are going to come out to Joy's defense. It's going to be people like Brian Stelter, who's on CNN, you know, the Clown News Network, or you know, the Clinton News Network, or whatever you want to call them nowadays, and everything. And then Justin right here goes, I would suggest waiting for more solid reporting than a single source tweet from a known con artist before running wild with the notion that a prominent cable news host is on their way out. Yeah, you know what? We was hearing those same rumors about Chris Cuomo too. And look what happened. Yeah. Gone. Okay. So that's stuff right there. This other dealio that I had right here. Here's another one with Miss Reid, you know, and her nonsense again. Just so you guys can know, I like to put it home. I like to bring it home with all her stupidity and why everybody wants to switch out and so forth. So let's go right here. Let's go here.
McCain to the Virginia tech shooter, and she spread 9/11 conspiracy theories. Well, in April, she commented on some of those blog posts. Watch.
I've spent a lot of time trying to make sense of these posts. I hired cybersecurity experts to see if somebody had manipulated my words or my former blog. And the reality is they have not been able to prove it. But here's what I know. I genuinely do not believe I wrote those hateful things.
I genuinely believe I did not write those hopeful things. What do you mean you have to genuinely believe? What do you mean you genuinely believe? It's more like I know I didn't write those hateful things. Not I genuinely. Babe, would you say I genuinely believe that I didn't write those hateful things? Or would you say I know I did not write those hateful things? Exactly. You're not going to say genuinely believe, because that's what you actually kind of in your head, kind of like going, well, you know, I did say it, but you know, but I don't really think. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I did, but I don't think I did. Exactly what my wife MJ just said. That's perfect, actually. And maybe I did, but I don't think I did. That's what she's saying. And so I genuinely don't believe. No, I know I didn't write those things. If somebody's accusing you of something, Joy, you don't just say, I genuinely believe I didn't kick the ball across the street. I genuinely believe that. No, you say, man, I know I didn't kick that ball across the street. See, ladies and gentlemen? So she's lying. She's trying to stay behind the thing because she knows she actually said it. And later on, she does realize she said it and she tries to do a little fake apology. Yes, these people are lying through their teeth when they talk to you. These leftist news media flipnecks who hate our country and who hate you and so forth. And they don't mind them being up here while you're down here. As long as they're not dealing with crime, as long as the illegals are not swarming around their homes, taking their jobs, taking their medical flow, as long as they don't have to deal with it, it's not in sight. All they do is jump on the bandwagon of the Democratic Party. That's all they do. And the Democratic Party, all they use all this stupidness for is so they can get more votes and so forth. Believe in what we want you to believe and so forth. Oh, you guys, we got more victims? Great. Let's get on their side real quick. Yeah, we got the gay society, the LGBT. Let's go over there and make sure that anybody that says anything about them is horrible and wrong and racist and homophobics and transphobic and all this other stupid phobics and so forth. They want to always do all that shit so to make you guys look like you're the bad guys. The Bible says one day good will be made to look like evil and evil will be made to look like good and so forth. And ladies and gentlemen, I hate to say it, we are literally living in those times. We are living in those times, ladies and gentlemen. It's no joke. We all need to wake up and see what's really happening. Joy Reid, more than likely, this source that came out about her losing her show, I guarantee you, it's probably not no little joke about it. No, when this stuff comes out, it means something and so forth. And now you got all the left wingers out there trying to come to her rescue. And they'll all be doing the same thing they did with Chris Cuomo. Because they're saying same thing about Chris Cuomo. Oh, this rumor is this is not happening with Chris. And oh no, don't believe all the hyperbole. I don't believe all that. We'll see, won't we? So, ladies and gentlemen, this year is starting off pretty tight, and I'm digging on it. Because I'm seeing more of these freaking evil people like Joy Reid, coming forth with stuff and everything, coming forth. Now, I think she has one more thing, and I'll leave it right there. Let's see. I think she comes clean about that thing she was talking about that, I believe, I didn't say those things. I'm pretty sure I didn't. Let's see what she says now.
Well, we assumed that Reid would once again continue to blame these new set of opinions on a mysterious fake hacker, because as you just saw, she's done it before. But no, this time she admitted the truth and said she's sorry. So good for her. It's better not to lie so much.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. She did admit that she was sorry. After she just told you, well, I'm pretty sure I didn't say that. I'm pretty 100% believe that I didn't say that. Now she's coming up to I did write that because she knew all along she did it, ladies and gentlemen. She knew all along. And that's the problem with people like her and so forth. Well, you'll see more and more of this stuff kind of coming along, ladies and gentlemen, with people like Joy Reid and her entourage of evil gremlins and so forth. They'll all come out and say this stuff about, her being innocent of these things that she says all the time. When really, we all know it. All you guys have to do is just watch any of her shows. Watch any one of her shows that she does, and you will see that this girl is nothing more than but pure darkness and so forth. And It's sad, but it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we're dealing with. But you're going to always get to know for sure. This is the reason why TJ Quake, Ghetto Game Pop Culture Talk, is out here, because we're always going to tell you guys the truth. I ain't got nothing. We ain't trying to hide nothing. I will tell you the truth. I ain't got nothing to lose. What I got to lose and everything and so forth. I just go for what is real and what's out there and what I see with my own eyes. My eyes don't deceive me. I see, I know. That's all there is to it. Any of these videos, these stupid, dumb politicians out there, they forget they got videos that go back 10, 20, 15, whatever years. Biden's got videos go back so many years. He's been in politics for 50 years. And he said so much racial crap, it's not even funny. Nobody ever goes back and looks at all this stuff. It freaking blows my mind how nobody did this before the election. The people that did vote for his stupid ass. But people wanted to get rid of Trump so badly because they believed liars like Joy Reid here and so forth. They believe these people. They sit there and they go, oh, that must be true. Look what Joy said. He said, wow, it's going to be a wild one. Wild one. Like that means it's going to be a real insurrection. Come on, people. Get smart. Stop thinking stupidly. You're not dumb. Just use your little noodle up here and go, that doesn't sound right. Let me check into that a little closer. Yes. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this is TJ Quake, yo Ghetto Gamer, and we'll be back with some more craziness. I just wanted to shed some light on the latest news about Joy Reid possibly losing her show, and I'm praying that is what does happen and so forth, and more than likely that will happen. I don't think it's a rumor. I think that it's under the surface right now. And they're trying to keep it there right now, but they're just waiting for the right moment. It's just like the guy said in the tweet. We're waiting for the right managing moment to actually pop it out there. We're going to use her ratings. Yeah, that's a good one to use. Her ratings are diving. And that's what they'll say. They're not going to say they're taking it up because of all the racial bullshit she does. They're going to say, oh, her ratings are dropping, and she's not really pulling in the numbers she used to, and blah, 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 blah. She ain't been pulling them numbers in for years, ladies and gentlemen. She's going down the tube, boo, 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 boo. Just like Chris Cuomo and Don Lemon. Don Lemon, you next, dog. You next, dog. Can't wait to get you out there. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this is TJ Quake, yo Ghetto Gamer, and I'm going to be finally out of this mug. I'll be back with you with some more craziness. Be checking out the podcast. Like I said, TJ and MJ, spend your dollar, save your dollar movie reviews. And we got all kinds of stuff out there, y'all. Movies, games. You'll see some game stuff on here too, ladies and gentlemen. I am a gamer. So, we'll be throwing that out there your way. Check us out on twitch.tv as well. TJ Quake's Ghetto Gaming. All right, you guys. May the funk be with you. I'll be back with some more. P.
I'm TJ Quake, the Ghetto Gamer.
Yeah, let's do this. No. TJ Quake, the Ghetto Gamer.
Yeah. Here we go, yeah. I'm TJ Quake, the Ghetto Gamer, on this gaming thing. Gonna bang 'em up, gonna shoot 'em up, right here on the gaming string. Bang, bang, blaze 'em all up. TJ Quake, we bustin' like 1, 2, 3, here we go.